I've been asked a lot of questions, and I thought that we would use this program to answer some of these questions, not all of them, but I think they would be of general interest to many people. During times of world or local crisis, how can I stay positive, and how can I best help others? Well, first of all, are we coming to a time of crisis? Yes, I think we are. I think we're coming into a time of great economic upheaval, and the poor will get poorer, and the middle class will be destroyed, and the rich may get richer, but less small good it will do them. And I think that the most important investment is not gold, although gold will retain a certain value. You can't eat gold. And if there's nothing you've got to give, somebody with food will ask your gold to give you an artichoke, let's say. No, I think food is the most important thing of all. And Yogananda used to say, buy land in the country, buy it with a few other people, have independence, learn to live simply and plainly. You don't need to follow the fashions. In fact, I've always said that people who follow the fashions have no taste, because if you really feel it for yourself, then why worry about what other people do? But when you live in the country, you don't have to worry about that. You can live simply, you can eat simply. A vegetarian diet is certainly desirable, but if you find that difficult or unreal for your circumstances, okay, but do learn to live more with vegetables, fruits, fresh water. Don't drink. That's a terrible thing to do to your brain. I remember many years ago, before I came on the spiritual path, I was in New York City and I was very hot. And so I stopped into a bar and had a couple of beers. Well, a couple of beers don't make you woozy, but I found that I didn't have as clear a control over my mind as I had had before. And I thought, I'm trying to increase my awareness, and this deadens it. So from then on, I would not have another drink. I think it's important to do those things which will keep you more aware. This is a part of the practicality also in dealing with hard times. Because when you're aware of guidance, and your guidance will tell you rightly what to do and where to go. Yes, we're coming into serious times. Economic, yes. International warfare, I don't question that it's going to come. It's bound to. You can't have so many seeds of hatred sprouted in fertile ground for that hatred and not have them sprout into a forest of great anger and violence. And I do think that's even a possibility, and some scientists are talking about this, of some natural cataclysm that can affect the whole world. But I'm not trying to frighten you. What I'm trying to do is tell you to wake up now, and don't wait to be wakened up by a bomb which kills you. Wake up to the dangers that you're facing, because from now on, this world is going to give you less and less to be grateful for a number of years. So live simply in the country. Atom bombs may fall on Los Angeles, but they're not going to fall on a little tiny village in the country or a little community out in the boondocks. That's only a part of it. You'll be able to support yourself. You'll be able to offer help for those others who have not known what to do and not done the right thing. And above all, you'll have your own peace of mind. The purpose of life is to know who you are as a child of God. And a simple life can help you in that. And whereas it may be difficult to meditate when bombs are falling and you don't have enough food to eat, if you can live simply, if you can support yourself by your own vegetables and the fruits of your own labor, if you can live more or less peacefully, away from the madding crowd, you might say, then you will find it easier to meditate and to think of God. The important thing is After all, you'll die anyway, sooner or later. Somebody came to me years ago and suggested that if everybody did so-and-so, they might even reach the point where they'd never die. I said, what's the point of it? Probably they'll die anyway sometime, but the point is that why don't you find that which will make your life worth living? What's the point of living the way most people live? They're not even living, they're just existing. You see them in old age sort of nodding and gasping for breath and not knowing what to answer you because they've sort of burned out. But if you can learn to have God in your heart, you will have security wherever you go. And this is something that Yogananda promised, that those who follow this path and those who sincerely offer their lives to God, they will be protected. And yes, some of them will be killed. It's not as if all of them won't be. But even then they will be protected because they will go into a higher realm and find nothing but joy. Death is nothing but stepping out of one room and going into another. We shouldn't be afraid of it. But the happiness that comes from knowing that you have His presence with you, that is something you can carry with you everywhere.